Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be working on building a couple of different item elevators and item movers today. One of them makes a lot of clicking noise, but it works pretty quick. The other one is very silent and it does its job without making a whole lot of noise. But I do want to give a shout out to Avamance, because Avamance is where I caught the idea from. I watched his video and then I said, well, if he can move it up and down, let's move it across the ground. I'm also going to build Avamances, and I'm going to make one change to it so that it doesn't make any clicking at all. It just does its job. So stay with me and we will definitely start some building here in just a minute. Okay, we're going to see if we can improve on the item elevator that Avamance showed. Okay, I watched his video and I thought, let's play around with the item elevators and see if we can do anything different today. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and we're going to see what we can do differently. Right here is an example of what I'm looking at doing. Right down here is the one that Avamance built, and it does make a clicking noise whenever it's not very annoying. It's not very fast. It's not a very strong clicking noise, but it is a clicking noise. Hear it? It's just a timer. It's the timing involved with everything. It's just a tick, 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 tick. Now this one is one that I designed laying on the ground, and I'm gonna set it up and get it to run. Let me get some items in this here, which it's already got in there. Let's see, it's got a whole bunch. I don't know where it's filtering it to, but it's putting it somewhere. Let's see. Okay. Ah, that's what it's doing. So let's let it go ahead and fill that up for a second, and then we'll start this one up. This one takes a little bit more of just one item to start it. Once it starts, it does not stop. It makes a continuous clicking noise, but it also is pretty doggone quick, and part of that reason for being quick is because it does this. So here we go. We're going to start this one up. And there we go. And if you noticed, no sound whatsoever. No sound. I'll put a schematic for this one up as well on schematics.com or minecraftschematics.com. And then this one here, which I called the original item mover, not an elevator, because it moves it across the ground. This one here, well, we're going to build this one first, because this one, of course, is ready to go. And we're going to go right down here, and we're going to see if we can add some items in it and see how silent this one is. Let's go ahead and put 64 block in there. You don't hear any clicking noises except for down here when that's sticking out the items. And they're already a third of the way done. So for 64 items to come down here is not very fast. I mean, not very slow. Not super fast, but not very slow. It's literally a tick, 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 and you've got them all down here. So let's build this one first and foremost. Let's go ahead and build this one and get this one going so that we know that we can get it up and running here. Let's go ahead and clear out the inventory, and let's start from scratch with the things that we need in our inventory to get the base of it all started. We're going to need our droppers. Right here, I believe we have 11 droppers in line. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up our our observers to observe this line of redstone, so that they, well, let's do this the other way. Let's take out all these right here. Let's put our stone here so I can get my observers in place the way I want them to be. There we go. Now that we have those all in place, let's go ahead and put our hopper in place. Remember to crouch. If you don't crouch, it will not go in. Let's put our chest on top of that. Now let's get our redstone comparator, and we're going to get right up here, and we're going to put our redstone comparator. Then we're going to immediately put a redstone repeater, and then we're going to put a block. Then on each side of the block, we're going to put 3 on the left hand side and 2, 3 on the right hand side. Actually 1, 2 over by 1. This way we have it set up to go back into the final repeater here, and then we have nothing but a row of redstone. Now, then the next thing we need is we're gonna need some glass, some good old faithful glass. And we can actually take those 3 back out. We don't really need those 3. And because this is just a small example of what you can do, one way you can deal with this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to go over here, we're going to get our ice. Place our ice right there. Come back here. There we go. Now we got it set up. Now the other thing we need is a bucket of water. We have our bucket of water flowing and ending right there. Now, that's that. That is how simple it is to build this device. Now let's see here. We're going to take and get ourselves 64 stone. Put the 64 stone right there. Oops, quit flying by it. Like I said before, we're almost at a third of the way through that stack of 64 items. So that's pretty quick, considering it could take longer. You could lag in between several pieces at a time, you know. But we don't. We're going really quick through that stack of 64. It just literally just goes through it and doesn't waste any time. So there's one design. Now the other two designs that we have that we can look at tonight, this one here, of course, like I said, it starts making a clicking noise after a few minutes. I think it's mainly because it's about out of items to actually transfer to this chest right down here. Hear it? And this last stack will go to like 34 or 35, and it should end. Oh, a little bit more. Must be a full stack of 64 in there. It's going to fill that entire section up. And then it's probably going to have some stuck somewhere.